How is it going, everybody? Hope you're having a most wonderful day. Fixing to rain again. Yay! We need it. It's hot. Oh my God. But I thought I'd take this opportunity to give you an update on my garden. I can't believe that so many people have requested to see an update on my garden. Now, this is the first year I've actually had a regular garden. Nothing major, but a lot of people have really requested to see an update on it, so here's the update. We have an abundant squirrel problem. I bet we probably got 20 squirrels just in this yard. And yesterday they were mating, so we're going to have more soon. Starting to drizzle now. But here we go. These are our brand new peach trees, as you saw in the earlier video. They were leaning, so I have since put me a stake in the ground, pulled them forward to where they're straight, and put some wire and hose around it so it doesn't mess up the bark on the trunk. But the problem with the squirrels, they ate every single one of our peaches off these new trees. Every single one. Now the old trees, look, this is the old trees. They did not bother them for whatever reason. I don't know if it's because that other peach was just that much better or what. But here's another one of our brand new peach trees. Not a single peach on it. Same with that one over there. Not a single peach on it. So we're going to have to try to guard these a little bit better. We might have to try to get some netting next year to put over the peach trees when they start producing to keep the squirrels out of them. But over here at the muscadine vines, and man, I am so glad these are doing good this year. I mean, they've never failed, but they are really doing good this year. Look at that. Oh my God. And they produce a dark purple grape about the size of your thumb head, and they're called muscadines. I'm gonna have to cut out this old part this year after this produces, because I don't want to knock off the fruit or damage anything. But this is the old vine that finally rotted and broke. You can see the new tangled up in there, so I'm just going to cut it every couple feet and pull it out real gentle. Because we got to retie all this up anyway. As you can see, it's going crazy. And just as the peaches, the squirrels are doing the pears the same way. Look on the ground, everywhere. They're getting up in the tree, knocking the pears off. And as you can see, we got lots of them. But they're knocking the pears off, coming down on the ground, eating them. Really, really ticking me off. Because those are my wife's two favorite fruits, pears and the peaches. Let me give you an update back here so you'll know what the intro to the video was. Here's one of the older peach trees, like I was saying. They didn't touch a single peach. Not a single one. But if you remember, in the last video I was talking to you about needing to finish my fence. right? This is still open, and the back was open. Well, here you go. The back is no longer open. I have the posts. They're all in the ground, they're all level, they're all straight, running straight across and everything. Now all I gotta do is measure down to where my cross brace will be for the fence. Bring the string down, pull it real tight, that way I can mark it on each one of the posts. Take the string down, throw the fence up there, put it on the mark and screw it down. Makes the world and life a lot easier on that. So that's why, here's the reason I was cutting it in the opening of the video that you saw. We went and purchased the fence, same place we purchased it last time, Lowe's. We looked it up to make sure they still sell it. The picture was identical and everything. So we go up there, we tell the guys we want 8 sections. They load them up and everything, we bring them home. And I happen to look. These are 1x4s. The ones on the new fence were 2x3s. And they're supposed to be the same exact size, 8 foot long. Well, they come up being a 1/2 inch too short. They were 1/2 inch short of 8 feet. And then the 2x3 would have been twice as thick as this. So what that means is whenever I put it on here, the pickets would be sticking off the 4x4 further. And then when you come over here and try to line everything up and look down, it would look very, very awkward. Now I could have notched out the 2x3 and recessed it and just let it sit on here to make it level, but that was a lot of work just to, forgive my French, but half-ass do something. And I don't half-ass do anything. Now for those family friendly channels out there, I am so sorry, but that's just the way I feel about it. So rather than do all that and make it look half-ass and not match, I decided that I would go ahead and just hand build my own picket fence. So I bought the 1x4s and all the pickets. Well, guess what? The pickets were 6 inches longer than the ones that are on these pre-manufactured sections of fence. So I decided to make it, and then of course I had to cut it off. So all that's done. Got it loaded on the trailer. Now I'm just going to bring it down here and set it out and start screwing it up. But here's the update on the garden. The corn, I don't know if I didn't do something right or whatever, but our corn is not doing good. And as you can see, there's a lot of weeds. We gotta get in there and take care of that. But it'll get up so tall and then it'll just flop over. I don't know what the deal with that is, but it's coming up. But look how short it is. The silks are already starting to come out. What the heck, you know? These things should be about 6-7 foot tall. Oh well, it's a learning experience. After this year's crop and everything, we're going to till it under, put some fertilizer and stuff on it, and then put something over it for the winter. Take care of that. And then you can see our sunflowers are doing pretty good. Got a bad leaf there, I'm going to pinch that off. But as you can see, sunflowers are getting ready to bloom. We actually have a couple blooms way up there. Zinnias starting to bloom. They still got to grow some, but they're just now starting to bloom. So that's good, because that's drawing bees and stuff down here to the garden. Our squash finally started coming on. Everything this year, for some reason, just took off real slow. I don't know if it's because of the weather, the ground wasn't warm enough, whatever. But it took off real slow, and now it's starting to catch up, which is good. But the squash is starting to come on, and it's starting to rain. Yay! As you can see, we got buds and blooms and stuff down there. And then our cucumbers have been doing nice. We've actually been getting cucumbers off these vines already, so that was really good. As you can see, there's one of our pollinators there. But cucumbers are doing really nice. And I want to show you this before I get soaking wet. Wife came out here and worked on her dill. I mean her asparagus rather. Straightened it up. Some of it's still going to seed. Got some nice fresh down there to where you can pick and eat. Tomato plants, look how tall these jokers are. I mean, look at me. I'm 5'11". That's a good, I'm 5'11", that's a good 6.5 foot tall. And I don't know if it's just the brand, the weather, or what, but there's not many leaves on them. I don't get it. Had to put 7 dust on because we started noticing, well, the wife started noticing some worms. These are still coming on. They got more leaves and everything, but they look more healthy. All of our garlic, she cut it. Got that covered up because we just took it out of the greenhouse. We don't want it to die. Have not planted our fig trees yet, but take a look at my cherry tomato. This is crazy. Like I said, I'm 5'11". Now look at this. 5'11" is right about there. I mean, look. Like I said, I am 5'11". Look how much taller this thing is. I have never in my life seen a tomato plant get that tall. All I did was took it, and this was like a little compost bin that we made. All it is grass clippings from the bagger, because I'll use a push mower in here because I can't get the rider in, and cut this grass, and I'll take the clippings and put in that. And then all we did is put the tomato plant in there. But look at how huge that tomato plant is. Oh my God. But that's the update from the garden. I just, you know, a lot of people really requested this for whatever reason. The vine's doing good. I still got to find out the name of that and let you guys know, because I had a couple questions about that. It's doing really well. But I'm really, really disappointed about the peach trees. We were looking forward to some peaches. At least we'll be able to get them off the old trees. Oh well. But that's it from the garden. Like I said, we got stuff finally coming up, finally catching on. It's been a little slow, but it's coming. And for my first one, I think it's doing really good, because I like having the cucumbers and stuff on my salads. I love tomatoes. Living in the South, you gotta love tomatoes, right? But that's pretty much it. So I'm going to sign off here. I'm going to give you guys one last look at the garden. Hope you enjoy it. And see, we got dragonflies everywhere flying around. There's one right there on that 4x4. And the bees are out pollinating, doing their job. I'm so glad to have the bees here. They're not honeybees, they're bumblebees. I wish we had honeybees, but the way the world is now, I might lose all of them anyway. So it's all the hybrid fruit and everything. That's why I try to use heirloom. It just seems like the heirloom, which I know it does, that's the reason everybody's doing hybrid. The heirloom just doesn't grow as fast and as big as a hybrid. But I'm going to sign off and give you one last overview of the garden. Thank you all so much for coming. Thank you all so much for the questions about the garden. I want to know how it's doing and everything. I still got to redo the beds, but right now I'm working on the fencing. And I'm going to go in and cool off, take me a break, let this rain shower die down, and come back out and put the fence up. Next picture you'll see is the fence up.